Hey, what's up? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Apparently, there is a craft sake brewery in Asheville called Ben's American Sake. I've got a few different flavors from them. This one is the lemon ginger. It's light in color, it's zesty, lemon and ginger. Probably means it's good for digestion, I imagine, because ginger is great for that kind of thing. But it's light, a little sweet, a little effervescent, very zesty is what I would say, crisp. Yeah. One of these days I want to go there. They have a restaurant, apparently. It's like a Japanese and Asian restaurant. And according to some review I read, it's like kind of like a tiki bar, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sake it to me, baby. And welcome to the game. I hope you are going to have a good time. We're going to start this game. Again, there are 4 rounds. It's 10 questions. There's pictures and questions. There's no songs or video clips today. All right, here we go. Number 1 is, who's that? Who's pictured there? Who's on the screen? What airport goes by the abbreviation MIA? Again, which airport is missing in action? That's number 2. What is the airport? Goes by the abbreviation MIA. And this is probably one of the easiest airport questions of all questions. I think of all airport questions. I like the airport questions personally. Who's that? Who's in that picture? Over there. Who's it? Is it that way? Which state is known as the Bluegrass State? Again, which state is known as the Bluegrass State? Ouch! That one actually hurt. Don't do that. Why do you do this during the show? The whole day you're like, I just like to sit on the carpet. And then I'm like, let me start hosting trivia. And you're like, let me attack him. We're gonna, what do you mean rower? We're gonna go on to number 5. It is, what company's logo was that? What company's logo was that? I guess it's an old logo based on my wording, because this is also an old question. So that's number 5. And I think my dog is the kind of dog that would do that based on how she's acting right now. Going to number 6, it's a burning building caused a massive explosion yesterday in what city? Again, what city? Was there a giant explosion, a building was on fire, exploded? I've heard it was a fireworks factory, I've heard it was a fertilizer place or something, like nitrate stuff. But it blew up, and it was crazy. I don't know if you've seen the video, but it is crazy, and it took out a lot of blocks. And one of my friends, his parents, they're like missionaries in their church, like all the windows got blown out. It's crazy. That's number 6. We're going on to number 7. Whose logo is that? Whose logo is on the screen? It's the best logo. Whose logo is it? What was the name of the hurricane that hit the eastern seaboard this week? Again, what was the name of the hurricane that hit the eastern seaboard this week? It's number 8, your first round. What popular phone app may be banned soon? Or it might be bought, or forced to be forcibly bought. What is that popular phone app? It's on the chopping block, on the app stores out there. And since everybody got that, I'll just remind you, TikTok, you have 50 seconds left after I read this question. What are the 2 highest valued Scrabble tiles? It's worth 2 points, and you have until Sonic drowns in this next 2 sound files to get your answers in. So make sure you do. Good luck. Let's go over round one. Number one in first round was... Who is that? Is Bugs Bunny. It's Bugs Bunny. Number two, what airport goes by the abbreviation MIA? And that's Miami. Miami. Number three, who is that? It is Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg. I forgot until last week. I randomly thought of this. I'm an extra in a movie that she's in. A movie I can't recall being particularly good, but it came out maybe when I was in 6th or 7th grade, called Eddie, where she's in like a basketball thing or something. She's doing maybe she's a coach. I don't remember. For some reason, it's they shot at the Charlotte Hornets arena, and I'm in the crowd there with one of my friends from school. Number four, what state is known as the Bluegrass State? Kentucky. Kentucky. Number five, that is the Coppertone logo, or was maybe. Number six, burning building yesterday caused a massive explosion. Insane. In Beirut, Lebanon. Beirut, Lebanon. Number seven, whose logo is that? It's Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. I don't know why. Personally, they reinvent logos, because I'm like, I like the like nostalgic retro look, because I think they might have finally gone back to it, but for a long time they like kept changing to different things. I'm like, I don't care about those new logos. I like the old cool one. Number eight, what was the name of the hurricane that hit the eastern seaboard this week? And that is Hurricane Isaias. Isaias. Number nine, what popular phone app may be banned soon, or it might be sold even, or probably will be sold, and that is TikTok, which you guys all got. So I went ahead and made a joke about how much time you had left on number 10, which is, what are the two highest valued Scrabble tiles? It's Q and Z. Q, and I guess in Canada, Z. Q and Z is the two answers. You got 2 points, you got both, you got one of them, you got 1 point. And that's it for first round. We're going to round two. Number one is, who's that character? Who's the character on the screen? What's their name? It's number one. You decided to calm down? That's good. Thank you for calming down. Oh, did I set you off by asking you about it? Alright, we're moving on to number two. What's the capital of Ontario? What is the capital? The province of Ontario. Whose picture there? Who is on the screen? Whose picture there? What do you mean, Rower? Number four. How many ounces of beer are in an American pint glass? How many ounces go into an American pint glass? No. Number five. Who is pictured there? Who's pictured on the screen? The fifth question today. What currency do the Japanese use? Again, what currency do the Japanese use? Why don't you go finish your dinner? You should do that instead of chomping meat. Go eat. Did you say no? Whose flag is that? Here's your flag question for the day. Whose flag is it? It's numero 7. Number 7. What did the band TLC said they did not want any of in a popular song? Again, what did the band TLC said they did not want to do any, and they didn't even want anything to do with this in a popular song from about 20 years ago? What airport goes by the letters LAS? Again, which airport goes by the letters LAS? What board game was turned into a movie starring Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd, and Madeline Kahn? Again, what popular board game was turned into a movie starring Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd, and Madeline Kahn? Those are your questions for the second round. Round two. Let's go over those answers. Number one is, who's that character? It's Petunia Pig. Petunia. Number two, what's the capital of Ontario? It's Toronto. Toronto. Number three, who's pictured there? It's actor Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen. Number four, how many ounces of beer, or, well, anything, are in an American pint glass? And that is 16 ounces. 16 ounces. In a pint glass in America. In Britain, the imperial pint glass is 20 ounces. Number five, who's pictured there? It's Pat Sajak. Pat Sajak, the host, Wheel of Fortune. Number six, what currency did the Japanese use? They used Japanese yen. Yen. Number 7, whose flag is that? It's the flag of Israel. Israel. Number 8, what did the band TLC say that they did not want any of in a popular song? And that was the Zach Braff's comedy series Scrubs. No, just kidding. But Scrubs is the answer. Number 9, what airport goes by the letters LAS? And that's Las Vegas. McCarran in Las Vegas. Number 10, what board game was turned into a movie starring Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd, and Madeline Kahn? That is Clue. Clue is the answer to that. Or as they say in Britain, it's called Cluedo. I think it's pronounced Cluedo, not Cluedo, but it's Cluedo. And I guess they named the movie that too there? I don't know. But for whatever reason, that's what they call it there. And that's it for round 2. We're going on to round 3. Number 1 is, where did the Greensboro sit-ins take place? And I have to be specific here and say Greensboro is not an acceptable answer, but where in Greensboro did the sit-ins take place? That's number 1. What's the name of this ship? What's the name of the ship there on the screen over there? What's that ship? And we're going to move to our 3rd question. It is, I sound like Bane on that. We're going to move to our 3rd question. Number 3, who is set to play Batman? Speaking of Bane, who is set to play Batman in the next film? Again, who is set? Who's the actor? He's playing Batman in the next live-action movie of Batman. I'm not crazy about who it is, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Whose logo is that? Whose logo is on the screen? It's numero 4. Number quattro. Who was this year's Super Bowl MVP? Who is the MVP of the 2020 Super Bowl? That's number 5. Who's pictured there? Who is pictured on the screen? Number 6. We're moving on to number 7 now, though. It is, what company is best known for producing aspirin? What company is best known for the product aspirin? Name brand. Who's that character? Who's that character? It's number 8. Who is he? What's his name? Who is the author of the novel The BFG? Again, who is the author? The novel, The BFG. I'll also use this moment to say, if you haven't already subscribed to Trivia and you're enjoying Trivia, please subscribe. Hit the bell, the notification thing. It'll let you know when I've got a game going on. And like the video if you don't mind too. That's always nice. What are the 2 major Spanish TV networks in the United States? There are 2 major Spanish TV networks in the U.S. If you get both of them, you will get 2 points. But we're going on to round 3. Number 1 in round 3 was, where did the Greensboro sit-ins take place at? The Woolworths counter at Woolworths. Number 2, what's the name of that ship? It's the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon, Han Solo's ship. Number 3, who is set to play Batman in the next film? Robert Pattinson. And somebody pled their case to me in their answer. And yes, I am basing it off of seeing the Twilight movies. He's not too great in those. But apparently he's good in The Lighthouse. I've still not seen that. Number 4, whose logo is that? It's Animal Planet. Animal Planet, the television station. Number 5, who was this year's Super Bowl MVP? Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. Number 6, who is pictured there? It's Louis Anderson. Apparently somebody in the game tonight met him in Vegas. Louis Anderson. Number 7, what company's best known for producing aspirin? Bayer. Bayer. Number 8, who's that character? It's Bluto. Bluto from Popeye. Number 9, who's the author of the novel, The BFG? It's Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl. I think the Cormac McCarthy version is a much different book. Number 10, who are the 2 major Spanish TV networks in the U.S.? They are Telemundo and Univision. I was like, Television. I'm like, no, that's the Spanish word for television. It's Telemundo and Univision. That's it. Number 1 in double points round is, what was this person's birth name? So not what we know him as, maybe, but what was his birth name? It's your first question. In your final round, what was he born as? Number 2, what city does the most famous groundhog live in? There's one more famous groundhog than all other groundhogs. Not the one from Caddyshack, mind you. But he's, you know, there's a day devoted to this groundhog. It's called Groundhog Day. And what city does he live in? What's this character's actual name? There's a character over there. He's got a name. It's not the easy version of the name that you could just call him because it's just describing what he is. But he's got a real name. And that's what I'm asking for. What's his name? His name is Max. In the Chinese zodiac, 2020 is the year of the blank. Again, in the Chinese zodiac, 2020 is the year of the what? If you know people that like trivia, send them onto my channel. You just send them a link. You can put it in an email, you can text it to them, you can verbally yell it at them, and then say like, don't forget! That's what I say, don't remember! Don't forget! ThatJonLusk. It's very easy to find. You can go play trivia there, you can subscribe to his channel, he does lots of cool stuff. You should tell him that. Tell your friends that. Number 5 is, who's pictured there? Who is pictured there? What is his name? He's pictured there, alright. And if you yourself hasn't subscribed, you should do so. I think I said hasn't. I meant to say haven't. If you have not subscribed, where is this year's Democratic National Convention being held? They do it every 4 years. I don't even know if are they still having the Republican one? I know at one point it moved and then that state was like, we can't do it. I mean, it was originally supposed to be here, the Republican one. But then we were like, we can't do it. It's not safe. And Trump was like, I'm out. And then they were like, we'll do it, I think in Florida. And then I think that they were like, we're out. So like, where is this Democratic one being held though? Who is this cartoon character? It's a cartoon character on the screen. What is his name? It's number 7. Man, people knew this guy. Wow. It's very impressive. In the movie Jaws, what real-life island stood in for Amity Island? So when they were filming Jaws, they couldn't film it at Amity Island because this is not a real place. But what real-life island did they use as Amity Island in Jaws? It's number 8. What game became a success after it was played by Ava Gabor and Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show in 1966? Again, what popular game became a success after it was played by Johnny Carson and Ava Gabor on The Tonight Show in 1966? It's your 9th question. Final round. Who is the first NFL player to say, I'm going to Disney World after winning the Super Bowl? Again, who is the first NFL player to say, I'm going to Disney World after they had just won the Super Bowl? It's your 10th question, your final round, and your timer starts now. Make sure you get your answers in. Good luck. Alright, let's go over the final round. Number 1 was, what was that person's birth name? It was Malcolm Little. Malcolm Little was the birth name of Malcolm X. Number 2, what city does the most famous groundhog live in? I feel like we probably all know this because of the movie Groundhog Day. I could be wrong about that. But it's Punxsutawney. Punxsutawney Phil is his name. Number 3, what is this character's actual name? Pillsbury Doughboy is not his actual name, although that's what we call him because it's what he is. But his name is Poppin' Fresh. Poppin' Fresh. Number 4, in the Chinese zodiac, 2020 is the year of the rat. The rat. Number 5, who's pictured there? It's Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody. Number 6, where is this year's Democratic National Convention being held? It is being held in Milwaukee, and again, Joe Biden will be attending virtually, like Max Headroom. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Number 7, who's that cartoon character? I had to have his first and last name for this because 3 teams got that. And it is Speedy Gonzalez's cousin, Slowpoke Rodriguez. Slowpoke Rodriguez. Number 8. In Jaws, what real-life island stood in for Amity Island? And that was Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard, which is in Massachusetts. Number 9, I believe it's in Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure it's in Massachusetts. Number 9. What game became a success after it was played by Ava Gabor and Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show in 1966? And that's Twister. Twister. Number 10. Who was the first NFL player to say, "I'm going to Disney World" after winning the Super Bowl? It was on my birthday in 1987, I think. And it was Phil Simms, quarterback Phil Simms of the Giants. One team got that. And that's it for tonight's final round. At the end of it, scores. We have 27 points going to the Mammoth Cave Torrentiners. 35 points going to Mulan, just 208 yuan on Disney+. 40 points going to Lockdown. 41 points going to We Just Might Get Lucky. 45 points going to Everybody's Late. And in first place with 4 teams tied with 47 points, we've got Covidiot Savants, Slater and Sarah, Space Juice Unchained, and The Dead Bedrooms. Let's go on to the final question. It's closest to pin, so whoever's closest gets the points and the win. Let's see what the question is. It is, first off, triple banger, lightning round. Hopefully there's only one of these. And the question is, how many Oscars did Walt Disney win? He's the most winning Oscar person of all time. How many did he win? Closest wins. Good luck. So just to clarify, since I was not on the camera, the answer is 23. It's the most Oscars that any person has won, and the closest we got, or actually the answers we got 9, 13, and 40. 40 is 17 away, and 13 is 10 away. So that means that our winners are Space Juice Unchained. Congratulations. You just won absolutely nothing except some respect from all of us. Congrats on your win, and I hope you guys have a good night. Hope to see you next Wednesday at 7:30. And have a great night. If you're feeling tipsy, I do, in fact, have a tip jar. Good night!